Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the brand new Lego Ninjago Dragons Rising Kai's Dragon Power Flip. This is set number 71777. It has 72 pieces, and I paid $10.99 for this, or $11 for this set. Now, this is what I think I've been told is kind of considered the quote-unquote gimmick for the Ninjago this season. The spinjitzu type stuff, and there's usually like a gimmick type thing that comes out with each new season of Ninjago, if I understand correctly. And this is this season, which makes use of these dragon cores. And I don't know if this is true of every season, but it seems like these minifigures that come in these gimmick packages are slightly different than the ones that come in all of the other like bigger box packages. So the Kai that I have, that I've got in other sets, for example, doesn't have printing on the headpiece here. I don't think it has as detailed printing on the torso. This balaclava scarf armor piece looks to have some additional molding in there. So this is pretty interesting. I think only 3 of these came out: Kai, Naya, and maybe Lloyd, but I'm not positive. So in this video, I'm going to just take a look at this one, which means I'm going to open this up, I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to give my thoughts on it. And while I put it together, I will speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to review this Kai's Dragon Power Flip. So until then, enjoy. Okay, so that is this Lego Ninjago Dragons Rising Kai's Dragon Power Flip. Now, I haven't seen anybody really use this, and I'm not even sure if I did this correctly based on some of these leftover pieces here, but this is kind of interesting. I'm new to the Ninjago line theme, and when I started getting into it, I think Crystallized was ending, or it already ended, and I started getting the Crystallized sets. When this came out, I was pretty excited because I was really impressed by the Crystallized sets, and I as I understand it, and some legacy sets, but as I understand it, some people thought Crystallized maybe wasn't that good of a season, and the Ninjago fans really drive a hard bargain and convinced me that to give them a shot, and they delivered oftentimes. So I'm not familiar with other gimmicks. I don't know what the gimmick was for the Crystallized season, for example. But the gimmick, quote-unquote, thing for this season is these Dragon Power Cores. And if you've seen some of my other videos about the new Ninjago line, you'll have seen some of these. They are dual molded, kind of round balls, dragon cores, that are usually like kind of a translucent over a kind of satiny opalescent type inside, and they're actually pretty cool looking inside. And I think actually this is the first one I've gotten of this color. You can kind of see the general shape there, and how the more translucent color comes over and fills in some of those gaps. And actually on this very special one, you can maybe see that shape even better. So very neat. So these dragon cores are the kind of thing, and for this thing, it spins. And I don't know if all of the Ninjago things are spinny for spinjitzu or whatever, but surprisingly I mean, I don't know if it should be surprising. To me, this is kind of surprising that this works so well, because these balls aren't the best. These dragon cores aren't the best for spinning freely. And so it's kind of surprising to me that this works as well as it does. But it does. So that's really, really cool. But before I get any further, let's look at the minifigure. And I did grab a Kai minifigure from a different set from this wave, just so we can compare them. But here is the minifigure for Kai that comes in this gimmick set. So Kai's red. This one has translucent arms here, which is different. I thought at the beginning that maybe the scarf balaclava armor piece had a slightly different mold. It does not, but this helmet does have extra printing, which is interesting. We can take a look at Kai's face here, and I will take off the scarf balaclava, what is it called? I don't know. Scarf. And we'll do this. We can see this version of Kai's face and the alternate version there. And with the helmet removed, it is cool to get a printed one. I think the printing is pretty good. But this torso is way more detailed than the one that comes in the normal sets here. So we get kind of the dragon head, the impression of a dragon core, nice kind of silver details for accents there. Great sort of fiery, almost explosion looking stuff behind that. Really nice. Printing on the midsection. The legs actually looks very similar or identical to the legs from the other one here. And on the back, again, really detailed back of this with some nice crease lines down here, this kind of explosion thing, fire, and a very, very nice fine lined design on the back. And just to show the difference here, I grabbed a different version of this character from a different set, and we can see now that they're a pretty big difference. One of the differences is this has the dragon core thing on the front and the Kai sort of sign on the back. This one has Kai's emblem kind of over on the front and the dragon core thing on the back. But this torso that came in this set has the translucent arms and is just much more detailed and kind of a different design philosophy, I would say. I think they're trying to do different things, and I think succeeding. These maybe more robes, more a gi kind of thing, and this is maybe more armor or something. So I was happy to see that these were different, because I was paying so much for essentially a minifigure and some other stuff, and I didn't know if it was going to be worth it, but the fact that these minifigures are distinct is pretty cool. So happy to see that. Happy I was able to compare those. And then besides the minifigure, the rest of the set is kind of this dragon core power flip thing. Now, for all of the gimmick sets, I think Naya, I'm just going to say Lloyd, and Kai, they all have some extra thing that is Ninjago character specific. And this one says flip. But I have not deduced how that is done. So it has us interacting with sort of all the little side buildy things. So you get these two flame pieces, 3 pieces each for these little things. And the instructions has it jumping or launching. I'm assuming it's supposed to be flipping over or towards those fire things. Fine. Then we have this kind of this is actually really cute. It's kind of like a droid or like a battle dummy, but I believe it's supposed to be like one of the Imperium claw hunter or whatever type people, and I don't have one of those immediately handy, but it's kind of good. They have a black and gold and orange thing going on here, and they have a brick built like staff kind of like this, so this feels like an approximation of one of those villain characters, which I think is really funny and really, really cute. So this dummy thing is one of the other side builds that has some pieces, and again, it shows us sort of flipping over or towards it, or maybe just spinning towards it. Is it going over, or is it just spinning at it? And then we have this kind of translucent orange pillar of flame here, which is nice. This piece is quite good, not too scratched up, and this holds on to this different kind of dragon core. And again, we're either supposed to shoot at it or flip and knock it over, or spin into it and knock it over. I'm not really sure. It looks like I'm kind of scared to hit this rather hard to see if it'll flip. I can't imagine that's what this is supposed to do. Well, if I knew what this was supposed to do, I would do it. But maybe it's not supposed to do anything, and I forgot to mention that Kai has these minifigure projectiles that can go in their hands, and when those are added to the hands, we can launch them at things. So they are in the minifigure hands here now, and let me aim this and whoops, make sure we're studded down there. Oh, I missed. Oh, I didn't do it right. Okay, I hit the translucent piece too high, and maybe this isn't what it's supposed to be either. I'll have to look it up, what the flipping action is supposed to be. But that's kind of neat. And as far as my intro into the gimmick sets, I mean, I wish it was maybe a little more intuitive. I'm not a dumb person, I don't think, and I'm not exactly sure what is being described to me in the instructions for that element of play. So I can't really speak to that too much. I will be able to show the extra pieces here, and kind of surprised that I had to make sure I did things right, because this jumper plate is not a piece you would typically get in an extra pieces, nor would you typically get two extra pieces of the same piece, especially in a set like this. So I was kind of surprised to see that, but I also couldn't imagine this jumper or this extra tile being put somewhere or used in some way to make the flipping action more apparent to me. So that is kind of all of this set, and now I've misplaced one of the hand projectile pieces. Oh, there we go. So $11 for this, and we do get the special minifigure. We do get 3 of this kind of Dragon Core ball and one of these, which I'm kind of assuming are kind of a special kind, which is just like gold and clear. It's pretty neat. And some of these other ones look really good. These are like the collectible. I don't know if every season of Ninjago also has a collectible element, but if they do, this is this one. And we get these little side builds. I don't know how much those add as far as Lego value goes or price goes. I think this actually functions as a spinning toy way better than I thought it was going to, and it's actually very fun to spin, and it looks pretty cool, and it's pretty great. I don't know if this was, I mean, I'm enjoying spinning this and watching it spin. And one of the things with the extra like printing on the helmet or the headpiece there, we get like a little more fun looking figure to see being spun around. So I don't know really how to evaluate this as a price. It's more expensive than, well, any $10 set. Pick a $10 set, the Creator 3-in-1, or even those $10 city sets or whatever. This is more expensive than those. There might be, I don't know if there's more here. There's kind of more specialized stuff here, molded fire pieces, a lot of gold, these balls, and the new kind of piece that holds them, which Lego had to make several of those because there's a one that holds 1 and ones that hold 3, and I'm not sure. I think that might be it, but that's kind of interesting. I don't know what all went into that or what prices, how they factor that in, but I have to imagine it's something. I think this set should be cheaper, and I don't really like that it's $11 instead of just $10. The $10.99 was a real, it feels like it was done in bad faith, like just make it $9.99. But fine. So this is minifigures, really good. Side stuff, fine. I don't understand the function yet. If you know how this is supposed to function, please leave it in the comments and correct me for my error. And I don't know if I can really recommend it. I don't know if it's good value. It's fine with me. I don't know if I'm going to get the other gimmicks. We will see. But for now, here's this. I definitely like spinning it, like the minifigure a lot, so that is all really good. If you like this video, consider giving it a like, and if you like the other videos on my channel, maybe consider subscribing to it so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I will be doing here in the future, including more Lego Ninjago and just tons of other Lego themes of all different shapes and sizes and types. So subscribe so you don't miss any of that. And if you want to support this channel, maybe check out the Sobrix Patreon, which is the best way to support this channel. Lowest tier is $2 a month. You'll get early access to all the videos and some other exclusive stuff over there. So very exciting. And thank you, everybody, for giving, and thank you, people, for liking and commenting and subscribing and all the different things, watching. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And until next time, thanks. Bye.